experts, and we're definitely not a third world country in the making. A 3-year-old went for a flu shot, mistake in the first place, but anyway. Instead, she mistakenly got an adult COVID-19 vaccine. The mom warns, make sure they have the right medication. And look at this. Some of the stuff they put in these stories. I think this is the mother, Jenna Barardson, sorry. So she's had 2 vaccine doses and isn't due for her 3rd until January. Wait a minute. What do you mean due for your 3rd? So CBC has just casually admitted there's going to be more. 3, 4, 5. It's going to be every 6 months for the rest of your life. For something you are almost absolutely mathematically guaranteed to survive. You probably won't even have any symptoms. And as for children, quadruply so. But because of the profit margins of Moderna and Pfizer and AstraZeneca and we're going to have to keep giving you this medication every 6 months forever. It says it right there. As for she's had 2 doses and isn't due for her 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. When does it end? It never ends. It never ends. It never, ever is going to end. She was shocked when a healthcare provider told her that a mistake was made. They can't even read. Does this say COVID-19 or does this say flu shot? I don't know. I'm retarded. I'm just injecting people with whatever. How are you not in prison? What? Or are you secretly just giving people different injections of shit they didn't ask for? Who even really knows anymore? So, but don't worry. The risk from the mistake is low, says Manitoba Health. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I trust you guys. You guys trust Manitoba Health, right? They're only so fucking stupid or motivated by any kind of insane political ideology that they're just injecting children with adult doses of a completely, totally different thing. Because they know what they're doing. Because they're experts. A 3-year-old girl. The World Health Organization says no evidence that these extra shots do anything. In fact, there's overwhelming evidence to suggest they do nothing. They don't do anything. Nothing has changed. It's been 2 years. Nothing has changed. It's worse, actually. The extreme opposite result should have happened, and it didn't. Meaning, best case scenario, these are horribly ineffective. World Health Organization has questioned the UK's government to roll out hundreds of millions of boosters, asserting there's no evidence they would offer greater protection to the healthy. Well, that's interesting because in Canada, our government is saying people over 50 should get a booster. Oh yeah? The Vaccine Advisory Committee also recommends adults aged 18 to 49 get a 3rd shot 6 months after their 2nd dose. Phil, can we just pop some fucking balloons now? I mean, we're done, right? It's clearly over. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, we know better than they do what's going on at this point. Right, Phil? Just keep stacking them up. It's like they can see the future or something, isn't it? How did you know? Because they told you for months. Every 6 months forever. Zoom in. Can you read that? Can you read that, Evan? Oh, yeah, buddy. Oh, where'd you do your research? On Facebook? Just shut up and get your fucking booster shot, you goddamn animal. Just line up and get your fucking booster shot. It's coming up on 5 months, Jimmy. Get your booster shot. It's about health. We're trying to keep people safe. Get your booster shot. This is a huge admission. We live in a fucking nightmare, man. This is a John Carpenter movie come to life. Are you... Oh, boy. That's how insane it is. That's where we're at now. Just out in the open. Well, you should get every 6 months, get a booster. Oh, yeah? Just like that? Just like that, huh? Didn't you say I was insane? This was never going to happen at all. There was never going to be any passports or mandatory anything. And now it's every 6 months. We've been right every single time. We're batting 1,000. We are on a fucking hot streak that has never been rivaled in the history of conspiracy people. Ever. You go with the hot hand, guys. That's just what you do. When you get one of your players who's just putting pucks in the net like crazy, you put him on every power play. You put him on the ice as much as possible. You ride that till the wheels fall off, right? You don't go, well, I don't even think you know how to even play hockey. Oh, my God. Oh, it hurts me. It's so hurting me now. And this shocked me, actually. To even see this on CBC was... A few people sent me this. It's an opinion piece, so, I mean, not really the news, but it's something people are going to read. There's cracks in the wallpaper, the foundation here. Things are not... And it says, on COVID restrictions, our government keep firing up the gaslights and shifting the goalposts. If you give the government an inch on your rights, they will go for the mile every time. How is this on CBC? Listen closely, he says. Alan Richards, a privacy lawyer in Toronto, says, listen closely and one might be able to discern the unmistakable sounds of our elected and unelected officials frantically firing up the gaslights and moving the goalposts on COVID restrictions and vaccines. Oh, are you guys just noticing now? Thank you for finally noticing now what we've been saying for years. It was a precipitous but inevitable shift from 2 weeks to flatten the curve to get the jab or lose your job, and unsurprisingly, there's still more to come. Yeah, yes. Goes on to say all the same things we've been saying forever. There's Doug Ford looking worse than ever. He hasn't had any butter in days. Look at him. That guy needs a butter injection. Man, he is disgusting. Imagine having the power of being the Premier of Ontario and just sitting there with your hands folded like a doofus. Like a schmuck, like a beaten, buck, broken slave. He's like, well, I'm making money, so it's okay. Oh, man. Look at him. Look at this face and understand that this is what's between you and sanity. This fat, gelatinous laundry bag full of discarded pastries, otherwise known as a human being named Doug Ford, allegedly. I don't think so. I think he's inhuman alien. He feasts on butter to survive. That's what's in the way. This guy. Oh my God. There's a lot of good stuff here in this article, but I mean, it's beating a dead horse. I just thought it was interesting that CBC is now, because they're selfish parasites. They're self-interested. They want to survive and they want to make money. And you know, they smell if they smell the wind shifting in a different direction, they are going to hop on that bandwagon immediately. Oh yeah, yes they will. They're getting away with what they're getting away with because they think that they can, and that's what everybody wants, and that's what all the clicks are going to be, and all of this. But they're scum. And you can never ever forget that. The media helped make all this happen. In fact, they might have been primarily responsible. Because they were so inept and pathetically useless at their job, it's like manslaughter. It's like, well, I didn't know what I was doing, so therefore I'm not guilty. No, it is. It is, actually. You are guilty, absolutely. Because if you don't make an example of people that do things like this awful and heinous, lie about things like this, and or just get them so wrong that it literally destroys society, you need to be punished severely so that in the future, anyone that wants to do this intentionally will have to give that a second thought because you run the risk of being flogged in the streets. Or, you know, if you don't feel confident or capable enough in your ability to do such a demand, like this job is important. People need to know what's going on. If you don't tell them the truth, things go sideways like they have. If you don't think you're up to it, maybe stay on the fucking bench. This isn't a game. This isn't. Everybody can be. Everybody just come out. Just be journalists. Everybody just show it. No. No. It's like anybody can be a pilot. Oh, he crashed. Big deal. Happens. No. Some jobs require, ability, and the media is supposed to be one of them. And it's been an absolute gong show for decades.